Hello, welcome. Joe here from Way Scarff Way. Today we're going to talk about this absolutely beautiful 2018 Mustang GT Premium Convertible. 14,518 miles to be exact. Very low miles for 2018. Obviously this was not driven a lot. Probably just a fun weekend car, which is not surprising being a Mustang GT Convertible. It is so much fun to be had in a vehicle like this. We have a copy of the original build sheet on this one. 2018 is a great year for the Mustang because it got some revisions to the suspension, the transmission. We have 460 horsepower from that amazing 5-liter V8. This has a few optional odds and ends on it. The GT Premium has a lot of standard equipment, of course. The original MSRP was a hair over $50,000, and of course we have a complimentary copy of this build sheet for you to peruse. This has a safe and smart package that was $1,500, giving you blind spot warning with cross traffic alert. So this one has a safe and smart package that was $1,495. Then we have the active valve performance exhaust. Sounds really nice, $895. 20-inch premium alloy wheels, $1,295. And voice activated navigation system, $795. So yeah, the Mustang was all new for 2015, completely redesigned. And one of the most revolutionary aspects of it, for the first time in 50 years on the GT Mustang, you have a independent rear suspension. Now, some people will say, oh, you know, you can engineer the car and you can make a solid rear axle handle pretty good on a race course or handle on a curvy road. And that's possible, but there's really no substitute for a four-wheel independent suspension because, you know, what happens on one side of a solid rear axle affects the other side's wheels, so because they're connected. So obviously having independent suspension is just going to make it that much better on handling. And then it also lets the rear end kind of squat a little bit more. The derriere and the older Mustangs, because that solid rear axle, seem to kind of stick up and be higher up off the ground. So this kind of has a little bit more of a down to the ground stance with that independent rear suspension. A very sleek, very beautiful job on the Mustang in my opinion. This has a beautiful perforated leather interior with heated and air conditioned front seats. Awesome color combination in black on black. Obviously you can get a new 10-speed automatic transmission for 2018, but I would always go for the old 6-speed manual transmission. I can understand some people wanting the automatic transmission like in stop and go traffic, or maybe you have some injuries or disabilities which prevent you from driving a manual, but if you're able-bodied enough to drive a manual transmission in a car like this, it's so much more fun. And who cares if you go a half second or a quarter of a second faster to 0 to 60? All that cancels out with the joy of this wonderful 6-speed gearbox. You know, you want to feel connected to a car like this, and nothing does it better with a traditional manual gearbox and a clutch. And if you don't know how to learn, it's not that hard. I did it. A lot of people do it. You can do it too. We'll start it up for a couple seconds. I'm in my photo booth. Woo! That active exhaust is loud, and it's awesome. So I got 14,518 miles. We have a navigation system, a rear parking camera. Shut it off now. We have a drive mode selector. You can make changes to the steering effort, I think throttle sensitivity, things like that. Nice brushed aluminum on the dashboard, synthetic leather and stitching as well. Very, very nice interior. This lovely leather wrap steering wheel feels wonderful in your hands. We have a memory seat for the driver. And as you can imagine, with only 14,500 miles, this thing is in excellent condition. So if you've always dreamed of owning a Mustang, you want something that you can keep for a long time and keep the miles low on, this is a great starting point. Obviously being of a 2018 with such low miles. Obviously the Mustang kind of follows that same design theme we've seen throughout its evolution. There's a lot of influence from the original Mustangs of the 60s and 70s. And this generation of the Mustang, which isn't a bad thing at all, I really love the way it looks. I'm sure you do too. And a big part of the magic of which makes the Mustang work so well is this amazing 5-liter V8. And it sounds amazing through that active exhaust system. 460 horsepower is a lot of power for a vehicle like this. It is mind-boggling how they can have so much horsepower these days in a car at this price point. I remember back in the 90s when I was drooling over the Fox body Mustangs, those made like 215, 220 horsepower, not 460 horsepower. 400 plus horsepower back in my day was something for exotic cars like Vipers and Lamborghinis, but now you can get a Mustang GT with 460 horsepower in 2018. Pretty amazing. This also has an aftermarket subwoofer back there, JL Audio. Pretty good brand of speakers. Obviously you don't like it, you can pull them out and maybe sell them on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Well, there you have it, a beautiful example of a 2018 Mustang GT Premium with an amazing active exhaust and super low miles. Thanks for watching the video, and have a wonderful day.